Your work life is or has shifted, and so now you get to experience the joys of working from home. And it is a joy, but it's also a challenge, especially with everything happening and everything currently considered. It's incredibly important to dial in on a few things so that your life feels somewhat balanced and you're able to be productive and not just busy at home or distracted or struggling. And that may be exactly what you are doing or where you're headed. So let's begin. But first, if you aren't subscribed and you find value here, please subscribe. I post a new video every week. Hit the bell to be notified when one drops. Since 2010, as a business owner, entrepreneur, a wife, a mother, a grandmother, I have and I do work from home. So this is right within my realm of familiarity. And it's also part of pillar number 1 of my unique satisfied working mother method. And there are a few core things to establish first. So establish a separate workspace, preferably with a door if possible, not in a bedroom, or if it's in a room of relaxation where there is a TV, a couch, things like that, perhaps making sure that there aren't those distractions going on if that is part of how you work best, is distraction free. But having a designated workspace is going to be critical in transitioning and moving into work mode. A routine is going to be super helpful. That seems completely obvious, but understanding when you have non-work hours and a transition out of work. Sometimes you actually really enjoy work. Some people actually really enjoy doing and being, but you're gonna need time to transition out of it so that you're not answering emails and different things at 10 o'clock at night. Part of having a morning routine, and everything's going to pivot from what you used to do or what used to be normal. So giving yourself a little bit of grace and establishing that new routine with the kids home, and what does the morning look like? Making sure that you have a little bit of time for yourself to wake up and to meditate, work out, things like that. Maybe if that's what you're used to doing, make sure that you're making time to do those things. Also transitioning out of your workday, planning and plotting for the next day and being ready to start the next day. Know your body. Know your workspace, your body, take breaks, minimize your distractions. When I say know your body, are you used to moving about and standing up and moving around, and now it feels like you have to bunker down in this one little space and work on your work? Fine, but take breaks about every 45 minutes to an hour and 15 or an hour and a half. Make sure that you stand up, you take breathing breaks, short, they don't have to be very long. Grab a quick drink of water, move some of the circulation around in your body, minimizing the distractions on your devices, whether that's different chimes that maybe come through, different buzzes that maybe come through. Consecrate that time like it is your work time. There may be a few tools that you find helpful. Particularly in my office, I have a desk where I'm able to stand up and it's able to rise and lower, so I can stand up, I can sit down. I have a ball that I can sit on versus just always a chair. There's the couch or a chair if I want to kind of move around, move my body. I personally learn, work, think best in creative mode when there is not a lot of exterior noise. And so a tool for me is noise canceling headphones. They have become super instrumental in my working from home with a 4-year-old grandson, a 12-year-old daughter, a 16-year-old, like all of it, right? You might now be working with a spouse at home where perhaps maybe that wasn't the case before. So understand your body, understand how you work best, and then perhaps there's some tools that you can bring in to help you succeed. The next thing is to dress for success. Yay, you get to work in your comfy clothes and your PJs, but if you feel frumpy, you're not going to be super productive. And so be mindful. If getting up and showering and getting ready for the day is going to help you make your sales calls, do your mentoring, make your connections. I know for myself personally, when I'm going to do any mentoring and coaching, I actually step into kind of a separate space where I'm doing that. And I'm making sure that I am dressed for success. So while I do enjoy comfortable clothes, getting ready and being part of the day, part of the routine. So just be aware of how you're working best. Kids and chores. Don't do either of them. No, I'm really just kidding. All of that stuff still has to happen. But you may find at certain times, like you might need to take a mental break and you go up and you're doing laundry. And the next thing you know, you're checking the mail and then you're this and you're that. So try to just kind of set that time aside. Like you can do those certain things later. If you have children at home and there is some work that you need to help them with, then set that time aside too. There may be times when they can read or work independently. And just having kind of like that little bit of structure there is going to help them, and it's also going to help you. If you find that you are now working at home with your spouse, which a lot of people are, bless if you can work remotely, but maybe getting an imaginary friend to blame certain things on, right? So maybe call it Sarah, call it Tom, call it whatever. Get an imaginary friend that you guys can blame things on. If your work life is or has shifted, it's the joys of working from home and it's also the challenges, but it's incredibly important that you dial in on those things that help your life feel balanced and that you're able to be productive and not just busy at home or distracted and struggling. If you only watch this video, it doesn't do any good. So tap into my community and my resources. You'll find a couple of really great freebies on my website, and those will connect you with me and with my mailing list as well. You'll find them at coachbigelow.com. Like this video, like it. If you saw value here, please share it with your friends. You can do that privately or publicly. If you missed this video on how to be prepared to shelter in place or this one on making your own hand sprays, be sure to catch those videos. Take care of you so that you can take care of everyone else because you matter. Bye for now.